I did that on purpose. Oh, y'all know how we got to start it. I guess how we acting.
My boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Parlay. We are here today. No bullshit.
Let's get to the intro.
Yeah, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I just got off work. I am dog shit tired. And that shit just gave me a little bit of energy, man.
Hey,
that and this.
Whatever works.
C4
right?
now. Whatever works. But as y'all know how we like to do it over here, let me introduce it proper. Welcome to Two Hills Shooting the Shit.
With you.
Like we like to do every Tuesday. Yes, we are back at our regular scheduled programming. Let me sit back just a little bit. Oh yeah. Welcome back. We are back to our regular scheduled programming. God damn it, get that Bears fan out of here now. Get him out of here now. Matter of fact, let me boot his ass. No, I'm just fucking with you. But now welcome back to our regular scheduled programming. We are here. It is your two favorite hills. I am your truly young Nike fan, amazing one, and we got my boy J Dub in the building, and we got our we got our people in here. They coming in here strong. That's right. How was your week? How was your week, brother? Well, now I'm gonna let you talk your shit, bearded. Y'all deserve that.
Since Saturday, not much has happened. We got Clemson's last home game this week. Mm-hmm. I may be there Saturday. That I'll find out that tomorrow, actually, if I'm gonna get some tickets for that. No, we did that because his head is massive in the other one. So, but it just happened to work out that way that our heads are over our heads.
And I'm actually wearing a blue shirt, which is crazy.
Yeah, and I'm
that's just how it worked out. Triple H booked this shit. Hello, we gonna get there, brother. We gonna get there. This week on the show, we just gonna run through a couple of things we're gonna talk about today. Yeah, it is the last Raw for John Cena. The last Raw is now. And y'all know we gotta talk about Maxine Dupree defeating Becky Lynch to win her first singles title. How crazy that shit is. But hey,
Maxine
Dupree. There we go. And Gunther puts Javon Evans to sleep to advance on the last time is now tournament. And we got our matches set for Survivor Series with all due respect to SummerSlam with the double S right there. But Dirty Dom versus John Cena for the Intercontinental Championship. But I got a twist. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Dolph Ziggler, AJ Lee make their returns in Madison Square Garden, and what effect does it have on Survivor Series? Also, Solo actually got a win. Ain't that a bitch? Spike and Dolph Ziggler to advance in the last time is now tournament. And yes, Nikki who doesn't do anything for me, Bella, fearlessly gave us one of the worst from behind attacks in Raw history, attacking Velocity Metal, no bullshit, on the entrance ramp. Stephanie Van Kiel versus Nikki Bella for the Women's World Championship has been announced, and what are our thoughts on that is gonna be. And also, how to run through 3 weeks worth of television in 3 days. Don't want to miss that segment. And we're gonna have LA Knight finally gets a goddamn win. This is how low we have sunken. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I'm gonna be so transparent. When I was outlining this show, like I do every week, before we come on the air, I put these topics down. What we're gonna talk about, this, that, and third. John actually had to remind me that LA Knight won on Friday. Like, that's terrible. Yeah. That's fucking terrible. That's how low we've sunken. But where you want to start, brother? We can start it any way you like.
Let's just do a quick rundown of SmackDown. I mean, there's not much to talk about, obviously. LA Knight, beats Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder, he actually did. He did. He actually did. Hi, Nick Nemeth. Yes, when he did the yes, he did. Oh my God, you're right.
I didn't even think about that.
How's it going, Matt Cardona?
Funny.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's crazy. There's Wes.
That's crazy. There you go, Wesley.
That is crazy to think that, yes, the 2 guys that he called out in his imitation of CM Punk's pipe bomb are the 2 guys that came in. That's, as my boy here likes to say, that's pretty wicked.
It's wicked.
All right. So LA Knight gets the victory over Matt Cardona.
All right, we're gonna start with LA. We're gonna start with LA Knight. Yeah. Finally get to win over Zack Ryder. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. To advance, and the last time is now tournament. What are y'all thoughts about Zack Ryder coming back to WWE television? Take it. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, being that it's probably just a one-off, I mean, I would probably venture to guess we'll probably see more of Matt Cardona than we will Dolph Ziggler, because Matt Cardona is not actually signed anywhere.
Indeed. Now, personally, I think they should have. Reversed the order, if that make any sense. Like, if you know that Raw this Monday is going to be in New York City, Madison Square Garden, why not have Matt Cardona come out there? I mean, Zack Ryder. I'm sorry. Why not have Zack Ryder come out there?
Either way, Matt Cardona,
big reaction.
It would have been a huge reaction.
You could have put Dolph on SmackDown, and Buffalo, New York is like Western New York compared to New York City and New Jersey being more Eastern, but okay. But all in all, y'all, I don't want to use the word excited, like, cause that'll be a lie. Like, I wouldn't say I was excited when they hit his music. I was like, oh shit, okay. But 2 minutes into the match, it's like, this is just Zack Ryder 5 years later. I mean, I'm happy LA Knight has gotten the win. Don't get me wrong. Like, that just shows you how low we have sunken with this booking of LA Knight that been well documented on this channel and everywhere else. That a fucking Zack Ryder win, a win over Zack Ryder is like, oh shit, he actually won type of thing. What do y'all think? My boy say he liked Zack.
LA Knight just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. Like, that's his Super Bowl right there. Like, because I don't think he's going to go any further in the tournament,
unless it's him and Gunther in the end. Because it's going to be Gunther against a babyface.
It's probably going to be Gunther against Cena. But
Probably it is.
We'll
talk about it though.
We'll talk about that. Let's see what else happened. Charlotte all of a sudden had a change of heart about being on the team. She told Alexa, I can't do this, because Alexa was hyped up about War Games and this and that. And then Charlotte said, I can't do it. I don't trust Rhea. We have too much bad blood, etc. And she walked out. And then later
that conversation right there is going to get curtailed with this right here. This segment right here is going to be the end of that one, because that shit was crazy.
Later on that night, the Kabuki Warriors, Nia and Lash, attacked the other three ladies back there without Charlotte.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
And this question is for you, the chat, everybody here.
Sure.
How come, like, whenever they do the whole kendo stick thing, you know, they're attacking with the kendo stick, why do people run in with their arms up? Like, I never understood that, like, for the life of me. Like, if a motherfucker is swinging a kendo stick or a baseball bat or whatever, like an object of that matter, like, and I understand wrestling is suspended disbelief or whatever, or suspension of reality, but come on, bro. Like, come on. Like, we know it's choreographed, but goddamn,
I ain't giving anybody a target to hit.
I mean, that shit drives me crazy. Like, am I the only one? One?
No, not really.
Like,
but so
like, that happened, bro, that shit be so egregious. But go ahead.
That happened, and then of course Paul Heyman kept saying throughout the whole night, asking Nick Aldis, anybody on the roster, right? Anybody on the roster. I mean, everybody kind of knew that it was going to be Drew because Drew is suspended. So this gets him out of the suspension because he is on the roster. So Drew comes out, reveals himself as the fourth person in the War Games, and yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, earlier in the show, backstage, Jimmy Uso came up and told everyone, I talked to Punk and I'm in, and Jay really did not look happy about that.
Excuse me.
Jay really didn't look happy about that at all. And
so the whole McIntyre thing, like,
he's not going to be part of the vision. He's not going to be part of the vision. He's only going to be on the War Games team. Brock is not a faction person.
He's
not going to be part of the vision.
I'm having like two different conversations. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, the whole Drew McIntyre thing, I'm not opposed. I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna be frank. I don't really give a shit what Drew McIntyre does until he wins the championship, because everything else seems so less than. Even this, I'm not saying he's not the perfect fit, but I mean, because obviously he is. He does have a tie to everybody that's at least in the match as of now. It's just, I don't know. That's just my personal feelings about Drew McIntyre and the way that he.
I get it. No, I get it.
And the way that he's been booked, so to speak. But to y'all conversation, look, Brock only tied to this is that Paul Heyman. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be in the vision.
I don't.
But is he on Team Vision? Yes.
He's on Team Vision for War Games, but he's not staying with them.
Very nice. I agree. He is.
I just don't see Brock being a faction guy. And Bearded, let me just say for the record, if I'm wrong, I'll give you your props.
And that would be terrible fucking booking.
Give you your props. but I just don't see Brock being a faction guy.
Man, did I speak on my how I think the
we may
I
get
think
that
I did
eventually.
last week. Yeah, funny. I don't know if I said it last week. Oh fuck, I gotta start watching this shit back. But my way of the way I would end the War Games match is yeah, facts, and that would be a stockpile of on top of bad booking with the Brock Lesnar thing. But
Absolutely.
My way we get to a Brock Lesnar Braun Breaker match is in the War Games. Braun Breaker go for a spear on a Roman Reigns, on a Jey Uso, on a CM Punk, whoever's higher, and he missed, and he spears the shit out of Brock Lesnar. If we know anything, we know Brock Lesnar can sell the fuck out of a spear. So hey, and that way you get Brock against Braun Breaker, and it's definitely shows you that he's not and never was a part of the vision. So
we'll get there too.
You'll get these are not bad matches. It's just on the other channel, this would all happen within a year's time. But y'all know we're gonna slide on over to Monday Night Raw, the last Raw for John Cena. Now, before we start, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle of the show for Raw. You got thumbs up. All right, let's see what the chat talking about. I'm interested. Why you not a fan of Gunther? But Raw, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. Where my boy Wes at, man? Wes in here?
He's here. Or at least he was.
Thumbs in the middle? I'm interested to know why you say thumbs in the middle.
He's here.
There you go.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to go 2 thumbs up. I'm going to go 1 up and 1 in the middle.
That's wicked. Not an LA Knight fan? Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm not. I wouldn't necessarily say they were horrible, but
nah, Javon Evans and Gunther kicked ass.
Oh yeah. I don't understand. Y'all don't realize Gunther put over Javon without him beating him.
Yeah, let her know. MP, who the fuck is MP? Who is MP, brother?
Yeah, who the fuck is MP?
Oh shit. Okay. Got you.
But no.
The last Raw for John Cena, y'all.
It absolutely was a put over. He put him over as, you know. I mean, he did choke him out.
We'll get there in a few minutes because I'm trying to escape through some of this. Yeah, the last Raw for John Cena. That's crazy. Not when you think about it. From 2005, what was that? Right after WrestleMania, they did the draft when he came out on Raw in St. Louis.
I think so.
Yeah, from 2000. Okay, well, 2005 to 2025, 20 years of Monday Night Raw. Where do y'all got John Cena listed of your all-time WWE list?
Definitely top 3.
Top 3? Ask him where you got that from. Very nice. Oh shit! I know you ain't talking about Maxine Dupree. That's funny. Nah. Survivor Series, brother. Top 10? Okay. Imperium grew on me more so Ludwig Kaiser than Giovanni Vinci.
Something I can kind of say about Gunther is when he came out, he kind of had this look like he didn't really want to be there. I mean, he was kind of going through the motions to me, it seemed. There's Ash.
Ashley.
Like it looked to me when he first came out, because he didn't stop and he didn't stop at the top of the ramp and everything like he usually does. He just came down the ring, but he really just looked like he would rather have been anywhere but there, I guess.
I didn't get that impression of Gunther. I just thought that was his English character. I mean, English, but yeah, UK character. Yeah, pretty much English.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just their natural facial reactions.
Yeah.
And plus, he's a heel. He is not a babyface by any stretch of the imagination. No matter if it's return or not. Definitely ain't gonna be no baby. He ain't gonna get no baby face reaction on the 13th. That's for damn sure. But Cena for me, I'm not gonna lie. Like Cena, when I think of John Cena, I think of those SmackDown days. Well, he is from Austria. My correction. But he's got that British character to me though. Like I always associated that type of character with like the William Regals of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, I mean, it don't help that he was in NXT UK. But nevertheless, Cena, man, when I think of John Cena, I think of those SmackDown days. The Doctor of Thugonomics. Yeah. That was, man, to me, that was peak John Cena.
It was.
Cena and Eddie in the parking lot brawl. Cena and Taker, Cena and Brock.
Mm-hmm.
But not to say that he haven't had his moments on Monday Night Raw. Now, what was him and Crime Time and JBL Limo? Wasn't that on Raw or SmackDown? I think that was on Raw. If I ain't mistaken. He had a badass match with. He had no. I'm not saying Real Regal not the shit. I love Real Regal, but I'm saying, damn, it's quite a few Cena moments. I remember him and Jericho when matter of fact, I think that was his first program on Raw. Him and Chris Jericho. Yeah, because he came out on the highlight reel. Him and Shawn Michaels had a good match. I think him and Punk had a match in the UK, if I ain't mistaken, on Raw. Damn.
Either way, I mean,
Cena.
It's just crazy when you think about it. Like, damn, this is really the end.
This is the end, man.
Like,
and Cena was the first major star I've seen from career start to career finish. Wicked. Damn.
Definitely the best homegrown star WWE's ever had.
Oh yeah, by far. It's not it. Well, yeah, star definitely. When you put it in terms of a star, definitely greatest character, definitely not. That'll be Mark Calloway.
I said homegrown.
Yeah, I'm saying when you say star, homegrown star, whatever.
Taker wasn't homegrown.
Yes, he was.
He was over in, I don't know.
He was a skyscrapers in WCW, but who really remembers that?
I don't know.
I mean, he's the Undertaker. But that's the character. That's what I'm saying. He's the greatest character. Like the Undertaker is the greatest.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the greatest the best homegrown star WWE's ever had. Not character, but star.
Yeah, I started by saying, when you put it like that, yes, it's Cena. But when we
not the
start
greatest character, not the greatest character. No. Yeah, but either way.
Yeah, but you would further associate him with the Undertaker. That's all I'm saying. And I'm saying character on WWF television, not anywhere else. It'll be the Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you remember when he was Texas Red.
The Undertaker, player.
Yeah. But now, okay, let me move along. Let me move along. Now, y'all know my boy Cena was interrupted. And a match was set for Survivor Series. Dirty Dom versus John Cena for the Intercontinental Championship. But I got a twist on that. Now, Dom is going over. Like, let's just go and get this out the way. I know Bearded don't want to hear that, but hey, brother, it is what it is. Dirty Dom is getting that belt back.
Yes, he is.
Now, last week I alluded to it makes sense for Dom, for whoever or anybody but Cena to come into the Saturday Night Main Event as the Intercontinental Champion, because the day is going to be about John Cena, and that's going to suck for the championship to be secondary or just to be a bullshit prop. Now, Dom beating Cena at Survivor Series actually does more for Dom than people realize. You're literally taking on John Cena in his last PLE pay-per-view ever. And it just so happened to be in your hometown. And you're going to win. But this is how I would have Dom win. Liv Morgan has to come back, correct?
Yeah.
Why do we got to wait for the Royal Rumble?
She was backstage last night.
Why we got to wait for the Royal Rumble? We could do this right here. We could do this right here at Survivor Series.
She could have came out last night. I mean, there was no reason for her to, but I'm saying she could have. So, no, you can bring her out of Survivor Series.
And initially, this is Liv comes back on television as a part of the Judgment Day, because originally she never was kicked out or left the Judgment Day, right? Mm-hmm. But she's infiltrating from within. In the long run, this will turn Dom and Liv face at the same time. Because I still believe we're working our way to a Finn Balor Dominic Mysterio match, and that might happen at WrestleMania, actually. But knowing WWE, they'll probably put that in an intergender tag match. Roxanne and Finn versus Liv and Dom. Mm-hmm. But that's would be my twist on things. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, she's gonna get outrageous heat, because I mean, Dom definitely is gonna get heat for this, because you're beating John Cena in a dirty way in his last match on pay-per-view, this, that, and the third. But we got to get that Intercontinental Championship up off of John Cena. And I can't envision Dominic Mysterio beating John Cena clean. I just can't envision that.
Nah.
So what do y'all think? What do y'all think about that? Y'all fucking with that, or y'all like, nah, too much?
I'm fucking with it.
Cause man, everybody comes back at the Royal Rumble. Like it's so bad to where it's not a surprise. Like matter of fact, I would be more surprised if I didn't hear her music, if that type of shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like this should be different. I mean, CM Punk will go down in history as the greatest return at Survivor Series. I mean, so, but you can have something close to that. You can have something close to it. Where my people at, man? Hold on.
Will that be you think that one will be the main event? Or will War Games be the main event?
Definitely War Games.
Yeah.
The WWE and the World Heavyweight Champion is in that match. Yeah, main event.
Yeah.
And Roman Reigns is in that match. Yeah, brother. Well, not officially, but
I mean,
you get what I'm saying here. You got your you got your heaviest hitters. That
all in
definitely.
one match.
Why you say that? I mean, he only had it for like a week or 2, week and a half. But moving on down the line, Maxine Dupree defeats Becky Lynch to win the Women's Intercontinental Championship, marking her first singles title win in the company. How is my people feeling about that? There go my boy for show.
Maxine won a singles title before Chad Gable did.
Damn. Before Montez Ford, before Angelo Dawkins, before Carmelo Hayes. Was he ever the U.S. champion? Nah. This is crazy.
No.
But y'all, I mean, that belt was made for moments like this. Now, the key is gonna be the follow-up. Like, now that Becky Lynch, someone the company holds in high regard, doesn't have the belt anymore, is this belt gonna go into looking like the United States Championship? Like, the key is always in the follow-up. It's not the moment itself. Not to say that the moment itself is not important, but the follow-up and the follow-through is everything.
I don't see it holding it very long.
Who you drop it to?
Shit. No, it's a good question.
Ooh-wee, the lifesaver is here. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm still here. Just give me 1 second.
All right. Who can we have beat Maxine? AJ obviously did what she did last night to get.
All right. Now we right. Now I got me a seat I can sit in. All right. There we go. What you was saying, bro?
I was just trying to figure out who you could have Max lose it to.
What do you think?
I'm trying to think about it. I'm just Becky don't need that belt.
I need where's Bree? Bree, I know she's here. I know she's here. I need you to clip this. I need you to clip this. I agree with Bearded 100%.
Becky needs it back. Why?
I will give it right back to Becky.
But why?
I'll tell you right now. Because it's the moment. It's the moment. And the moment was had. It was Madison Square Garden. It was John Cena's last Raw. It happened. Now, who do you got coming down the pike that's going to beat Maxine? That would actually beat Maxine and do Maxine a favor. And remember, Becky is now 0-3 against Maxine. The long-term goal here is to get this belt onto AJ Lee. But you can only do that with Becky Lynch.
Well, no,
you can give Max
AJ. Yeah, AJ's gonna have to beat Becky
for this belt.
For this belt, yeah.
Because what is the reason why they fighting? It ain't the husbands no more. One is injured and one is doing something totally different.
She said, she said last night that she came back to help her husband out, but something about Becky just gets her going. So do you drop it back to Becky at Survivor Series?
I got something for you.
All right.
How about this? Y'all follow y'all. Let me know if y'all fucking with this or not. Right, AJ did say that. If this get booked right, you can give this belt back to Becky. They're gonna be in the War Games on opposite sides. So there's that. Right after that is when she beats Maxine again and take the belt back.
What, the Raw
and
after
now,
Survivor Series?
However, it don't matter because this Becky and AJ program, this is gonna be a little extended. Now, Royal Rumble, you put them in another. You can book AJ, Becky, Intercontinental Championship. Becky should beat her the first time. AJ should not beat Becky the first go around. Because this has the potential to be the hottest women's feud you have on Raw, really in the entire company. AJ is a good talker, and Becky is a hell of a talker, especially this version of Becky. Mm-hmm. Okay, we are slowly progressing our way to Hell in a Cell, a woman's Hell in a Cell. This is going to be a blood feud to where you can put this in a Hell in a Cell and it can tell a great story. And that's where AJ Lee should take the belt from Becky. That's the way I would book it.
Wasn't Becky?
I would bypass.
Wasn't Becky in the first women's Hell in a Cell match?
So AJ Lee has never been in one.
No, I'm saying I'm saying wasn't Becky? I'm trying to fact check myself. Wasn't Becky?
Oh shit, my bad.
Wasn't she in the first Hell in a Cell match?
We can find out. Nope. It was Charlotte and Sasha.
Okay. That's funny.
Seth could come back to television, but he's out of action for by 7 months.
Yeah.
But when he come back, he should immediately be in a program division. They're the ones that dropped him.
Oh yeah.
Plus pushing Becky, keep Seth around. Okay. Oh, Seth is there. Seth is married to the company.
Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna forget about Seth.
So what do y'all think about that? Like, yeah. Like, what do y'all think about that? I ain't get no. What's his name?
Well, I definitely think that
I didn't get no response.
I definitely think that Maxine drops it back to Becky. I can't see Maxine holding that title for more than a month. I mean, it's a great moment. It was a great moment.
Wonderful moment. In Madison Square Garden.
It was a great, wonderful moment, but I just kind of feel like Maxine. Damn, what the fuck is that look for? Holy shit. Shit. Get the fucking door open so see.
Now.
Oh shit.
Now
I can't. I personally can't see Maxine holding it for more than a month.
She should lose it back to Becky.
Get the excitement out of the way. She won it, great. But I mean, I guess the true question in all this is, can we really take Maxine Dupree serious as a champion?
Yes.
No,
Yes. Yes, you can. I think that's maybe you don't want to, but you can. This is not the world title we talking about. And honestly, it's not meant for her to have the longest run. The longer she keeps the belt, the more she's going to be exposed. You hit the moment, right? Now you could give her a title defense against I don't fucking know who they got on Raw.
Kairi Sane.
Yeah, she could beat Kairi Sane. Like, she doesn't have to have this long extended run. Matter of fact, when The Rock first won, the IC belt, he wasn't believable as a champion. But it's all about the way she gets booked and who she gets booked against. She shouldn't be in there with fucking Nia Jax or nothing like that. Hell no. Not nobody that can't help her. Like, the object is to get Maxine over it more than what she is. And honestly, she's taking gradual steps. And outside of Becky, who Maxine beat, what was the standard of this belt? What was it?
Yeah.
Lyra, tell me. Matter of fact, let me ask you this question: who's a more interesting character on WWE television right now, Maxine Dupree or Lyra Valkyria? Not who's a better wrestler. I'm asking you, who's the better character on television? Who's more interesting right now?
Storyline wise, I guess.
I mean, it's just a question for you in the chat.
I guess
who's more interesting as a character?
Everything going on with Bailey, I guess I would say Lyra, but I mean, Maxine did just win her first championship, so I mean, before we go any further, Wes, how's your friend doing?
Nah, facts.
Need to ask that.
Oh, sure.
And while we wait for a response, we can get back into it.
I know Wes still in here.
He is. He just said something a minute ago.
Now, Maxine being with Becky made her very interesting. Lyra being with Bailey made Bailey interesting, not Lyra. Lyra's the same character. It's literally the same fucking character.
That shit was hilarious.
With Maxine, there's actual growth there. Now, what sucks for Maxine is that they don't have house shows anymore. And starting next year, they're going to phase down even more house shows. So there's really no room for her to practice outside of going to go train on your off day and getting in-ring reps live on television. Now, once this with Bailey is over, once this with Becky is over, maybe Maxine won't be as interesting. But as for right now, she is. And Lyra, once this goes with Bailey. Damn, how does it switch both their names? Once this goes with Bailey, is Lyra really going to be that interesting? She's going to be the same character. They're doing the same thing. I guarantee it. So as of right now, I think Maxine is a more interesting character. I know that's a little long-winded, my bad, but
that's all good. Yeah, I thought she was funny last night though. Asuka and Kairi tried to recruit Bailey on their team, and she just kind of started laughing with them, and I think that's what triggered her Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing.
Yeah,
because as soon as fucking Lyra went to smack hands with her, she goes, "What are we in elementary school? What the hell's the matter with you?"
I'm glad we can meet in the middle somewhere with that.
Of course.
Yes, indeed. Now, y'all know Solo actually got a win. Spiking Dolph Ziggler to advance, and the last time is now tournament. How do y'all feel about the return of Dolph fucking Ziggler? Now, y'all should have known that Nick Nemeth wasn't gonna get no spin on the WWE.
Nah, he wasn't gonna win.
We should have known that.
Yeah.
No, not a win. I'm saying we wasn't gonna see him presented as Nick Nemeth at all. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, I don't think none of the announcers even alluded that he's in TNA.
Nope, they didn't. He did. He did when he was coming out for his entrance. He said TNA a couple times. But somebody, please go check on Wade Barrett, because when he came, when his music hit, I swear to God, Wade felt some type of way. I'm not going to say what I really want to say right now, but Wade, yeah,
Wade peed his pants.
He peed his pants in a whole nother way. All over the
Jesus
desk.
juice in his pants.
All over the desk.
But now, that's what I will say. And I feel so bad for Dolph, dog. Like, the moment Alberto Del Rio kicked him in his head and gave him that concussion, he was fucked. And in a way, I mean, I feel Vince. I don't feel Vince for that, but then again, I do feel Vince for that, because injuries is a motherfucker, and it's tough putting your money behind somebody and they fuck around and get injured on some Seth Rollins shit.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could tell, what's that, 2013? I think that was 2013. If you could tell 2013 Dolph Ziggler that, hey man, this is what's in store for you for the next 7 years, I think he would have jumped ship. Now, the part where my sympathy goes out the window for Dolph is he had multiple times to leave the company, but he kept re-signing deal after deal after deal after deal.
Yep.
But God damn it, y'all, Dolph Ziggler, he saw that spike like death, didn't he?
At one point in time, I probably could have legitimately said that Dolph Ziggler is the future of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I could have said that, but then he started getting hurt, and then all of a sudden he was back on the mid card. I mean, he did win a championship. Like, one of the biggest crowd reactions, was when he cashed in Money in the Bank on Alberto Del Rio. And then nothing.
Dolph Ziggler, to my generation, is what X-Pac 1-2-3 Kid was to your generation. Great in-ring worker. Could get anybody over that needs to be. Great seller. I'll take Dolph on the mic over X-Pac. Hulk Hogan. You suck, pal. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know. But yeah, I'm taking Dolph on the microphone. And you ever heard the expression, you're too good at what you do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just the story of his career, man. Like, and it sucks. It does, but at least he got more than DiBiase. He got more than DiBiase. He got more than Piper. He got more than Vader. He got more than Braun Simmons, at least in the WWE perspective. So, hey, I mean,
damn.
Yeah, there you go. That's all you can say. But y'all know what's going on with Young Solo. Y'all know he ain't going far in this tourney. Wes, my boy, we still ain't get that response. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to text him, but yeah, I'd definitely like to know how his friend's going. Last he told us, you know, he had a broken arm. Which I guess in that particular situation, probably the best case scenario.
Too good at putting people over. That's the point. Well, yeah, for sure. What you saying? That's definitely was the best case scenario. As painful as that sounds. P's and P's definitely goes there.
On a motorcycle, you got nowhere to go. I didn't see an answer.
I'm scrolling up right now. The last thing my boy said was, "Let me get his bite of that
pizza." That's all I saw. No, you didn't, bro. Last thing you said before that was, "Let me get a bite of that pizza." Yeah, when you're on a motorcycle, man, you got nowhere to go, and yeah.
One of the reasons why I would never own one, y'all. I know how I drive, and I'll be tempting fate every time. I would never know what 100 miles an hour would feel like, because I'd be at 140, 160.
A lot of people do. This is my Wes texting me now. Yep. Okay, here we go. Let's see. A couple of what? Anyway, yeah, Dolph was always really good.
We got some bad news in that letter?
No, I'm getting clarification on what he said. A couple of what in his left hand? Because he just said no. Couple broken bones in his left hand.
Couple of broken bones.
The motherfucker said a couple of hands in his left hand. I'm like, what? Okay, well, that's like I said, man, that could have been much worse, especially dealing with a motorcycle.
No, fact.
But I'm glad it wasn't anything more than just. Oh, okay. All right, my wife's got a question for our.
I'm crying.
For our third heel here, or our fourth heel.
And anyway, while you do that,
going back to Dolph, yeah. Dolph is always been good at putting people over. He never really got the break that he should have. You know, his big break should have been
wrong
back
time
when he was the sole survivor of Survivor Series to get rid of the Authority, only to have John Cena come back the next week and reinstate him. That should have been his moment. That should have been his springboard towards WrestleMania that year. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. But
Dolph's time was Monday Night Raw, New Jersey, the night after WrestleMania, the World Heavyweight Championship win. It's just the concussions, bro. The concussions.
Yeah. But yeah, so
they get a little tricky.
Yeah.
But sliding on down, pause. Nikki Bella, fearless. Nikki don't do a goddamn thing for me, Bella. Fearlessly gave us one of the worst from behind attacks in Raw history, attacking La Primera No Bush on the entrance ramp. Stephanie Van Gel versus Nikki Bella for the Women's World Championship has been announced. Bearded is somewhere punching the goddamn ceiling. I ain't bullshit.
It looked like Nikki did not know where she was, and she was just kind of feeling around to find where she was. It looked.
There's two things about this segment that really pissed me off. And this is not to sound biased, but I mean, Stephanie's job here was simple: just sell the attack.
Number one, she attacked the girl. That's the first thing. Yeah, Stephanie.
How awkward that shit looked, and how the fuck does one headshot into the fucking screen, video screen, prompts you to be down for almost 2 minutes while she cut like one of the most monotone promos ever. Like, man, it's tough to sell shit. It's tough. Like, I don't get why most, like, okay, I understand politics and all that, and maybe I just answered my own question, but I don't understand why some people don't speak up on that shit. Like, I don't mind getting by this person, but why I gotta be this? Why do I gotta sit here and sell this for this long? Like, this makes no sense. I don't know. Am I the only one on that?
She sold that almost as bad as the referee.
Like I said, I understand company politics, and
she sold that one almost as bad as that referee from that SmackDown that I went to after Drew kicked him in the face.
Man, the worst be when it be like a kick to the face, super kick, thrust kick, whatever.
Bro,
and they miss by a mile and they'll bump.
That motherfucker was down pretty much from the time that match ended to the time Sheamus and Rusev started making their entrances for the dark matches.
Come on, man. This just I don't know, bro. Maybe that's just me nitpicking. I don't think it is, but maybe that is, you know. But this easily was a terrible, terrible segment. But for that matter, shit, they could have just been backstage or just didn't do the segment at all. Just have what's his name? Adam Pearce just announced the match. But my other question is, what the fuck did Nikki do to get a world championship match? Am I missing something here? If I'm not mistaken, this motherfucker that lost her last 2 matches. Right. I know she lost the last one for sure.
I could give you an answer to that. But it's definitely not PG.
I'm listening. Sorry I asked.
You asked.
I'm sorry I asked. All right. Now that our show have reached mature audiences only. No, seriously though, like there's nothing that Nikki has done to warrant a world championship win. And that's fucking crazy. And obviously she's getting fed to Stephanie. Stephanie's gonna beat Nikki, which how do you even make that match competitive? I'm not saying that Stephanie's gonna squash Nikki, or she should, but how do you make that match competitive? Nikki sucks in the ring.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm listening. Nervous, but I'm listening.
You know it's a possibility. What if Nikki goes over Stephanie?
Give me 1 second. I got an answer for that. Give me 1 second.
I mean, I
got an answer for that shit. Give me 1 second. Give me one goddamn second. Now, ask me that motherfucking question again.
I said it's highly unlikely, but what happens if Nikki goes over and beats Stephanie for the women's title?
I'm on my way. I'm on my goddamn way to Stamford, Connecticut tonight. I ain't bullshitting. No bullshit. I'll pull up immediately. Mask on, ready for action. This show will go out with a bang. I ain't bullshitting. Man, don't play like that. Do not play like that. I will show up. I will show the fuck up.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying there is a small possibility.
Hey, and the Michael that's gonna be pulling this face mask down ain't gonna be Michael Tarver. I ain't bullshitting. This ain't the Nexus. Hey, this is me coming. Pause. Yeah. Paul, Michael Levesque. I'm on my way tonight. First flight out. No bullshit. I ain't bullshitting. Hell no. Absolutely not. Man, don't play like that. Y'all think George Pickens be crashing out? No bullshit.
Woo! All right.
All right, man.
All right. Well.
Oh shit. Man, that did something to me. Pause. I ain't bullshit.
It had to be asked. It had to be asked. And I knew it would get you. I just didn't know it was going to get you like that.
Nah, I mean, I know it's all in good fun, but nah, seriously, if that happened, that'll be death.
That would be the dumbest thing they could possibly do.
That would be death. Like Stephanie Vacuum is no longer the premiere. No longer.
No.
No longer. You're the infomercial.
Mm-hmm.
The previews. Mm. That's man, bro. I can't even concentrate that.
It's unlikely it's gonna happen. Just that small little piece that it could happen.
Facts. And y'all know my people been up in here, but we got to do it for the one time. You are now watching your two favorite heels shooting the shit
with you,
like we like to do, back on our regular scheduled program date on Tuesday. Y'all see how quick our people came in here? I think we're gonna start doing that 4-5 more often because it give people time to get the link, come in, et cetera, because we started out strong, like 5 people. Also, you got my boy Talking Monkey Business with Monkey Man over there on YouTube, man. At TMB with Monkey Man. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe, and tell them your 3, bearded included, favorite heel sent you. Also,
don't forget
hit that. Oh yeah, Wes, your 4 favorite heels, very nice. Make sure y'all go tap in with my boy Bearded Conversation. Y'all see you come over to the channel and show love to us with them goddamn bears. No bears. Yeah, but nah, my boy Bearded come over here and show love, man. Make sure we go onto his channel and supporting him like you support us. And you can't tell him that your 2 favorite heels sent you because he'll say 3. But nah, your 4 favorite heels sent you. That'll get you locked in over there at Bearded Conversations. Shout out to my boy For Show at For Show TV right there on YouTube. Good friend of the channel. He come in, he pop his head in every now and again. You know what I'm saying? But my boy put his content out almost on a day or every other day, period. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe and tell them who sent you. Shout out to our boy Tiger Mike on Twitch on the weekends at Tiger Mike 84. What you said? What was the times again?
Saturdays and Sundays, 8 to sometimes 12, sometimes 1. He won't be there this weekend though.
Okay. But any other weekend, make sure y'all get with our boys. Yeah. Right, man. Now, let's open back up that conversation about Charlotte and them other folks. Okay, yeah, that's the links. Okay, bet.
Just for the record, my wife got a clip of me asking you that question. I'll send it to you after the show.
Man.
Oh god damn, that was awesome.
That'll get me sent over the fucking moon. I ain't bullshit.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Wasn't expecting that one. Yeah.
Oh,
pull up in character. Hey, Paul. I ain't calling you Paul, nigga. Get your count one. I kind of told you how it's gonna go.
Okay, hold on. Let's.
I kind of told you that. I might have gave y'all the unedited version of that conversation.
Back to Charlotte.
All right, but no. Okay, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. This right here was crazy. The Charlotte, Alexa, the women's story going into War Games. Honestly, it's crazy. Truthfully, in my honest opinion, I don't even think they should have the match. They are, but I don't think they should. There's not a story between these 10 strong enough. At least the men stories coincide with each other. Like outside of CM Punk and Brock Lesnar, but the common denominator there is Paul Heyman.
Charlotte's got history with Asuka.
None with Kyrie.
None with Kyrie. No.
None with Lash Legend.
Definitely not. I don't think any of them really have any.
Charlotte and Nia. I mean, whatever.
I guess Nia has. Well, I mean, goddamn. Charlotte's one of the people that Nia like hurt legit when she was reckless, more reckless than what she is now. But Lash Legend, the women's War Games, if I have to use a word, it feels rushed.
I think that is it, Bearded.
It is Tiger Mike 84, yeah. The women's War Game feels rushed.
Okay, like I'm not disagreeing. I agree, and I feel like they just doing it because you got a men's one. And look, I'm not saying in this context that the women shouldn't get what the men should get one, the women should get one, the women should get one, the men should get one. I'm saying if the story is strong enough to where it actually makes sense, then yes, I have no problems with the men and women's War Games. That's why when I said what I said about Becky and AJ, that will work in a woman's Hell in a Cell because the story fits it. It would be a blood story. It'll literally be the Drew McIntyre CM Punk story, just with different people and not over a fucking bracelet.
Right.
But yeah, there we go. Perfect. That's it. So all I'm saying is, okay, we started this story, and then why I say we burned through 3 weeks worth of television in 3 days. We started a story with Charlotte saying that, like on SmackDown, saying that, oh, well, she can't do this. She tired of faking her. She don't trust Rhea. She a snake. She this, she that, blah, blah, blah. And now all of a sudden in 3 days and only 2 attacks, or an attack and a half, I guess you could say, now all of a sudden you back a line. Like I'm not understanding the trajectory of this path right here. Like,
and Alexa had started to cut a great promo on Charlotte before she was interrupted by Asuka. Like you probably could have pushed that out for another week. It could have been
for another 3 or 2.
No. I mean, Survivor Series is next week, bro.
Oh well, yeah. Well, damn.
You could
2 weeks worth of television.
You could have pushed this until the Friday before Survivor Series. That's when Charlotte could have finally agreed to, yes, I'll go ahead and be on this team. But now you just, well, to be honest, to be fair, Charlotte didn't actually
say yes, yeah.
He hugged Lexi, and then I thought it was a funny moment because while they were hugging, they looked over at them, and then fucking EO just really quickly grabbed onto Rhea and started hugging her. But Charlotte hasn't officially said, yes, I'm in the match, because her and Rhea kind of shot each other crooked stares. So there's still something there. But I mean, I imagine ultimately Charlotte is going to be in the match. But, you could have had Lexi cut the promo that she cut on her yesterday, had them get attacked again, not make the save, and then you have Friday on SmackDown, you have Monday next Monday on Raw, and then you have next Friday on SmackDown, and you could have pushed it out until then. But like you said, you burned through 3 weeks of television in 3 days.
Now, oh shit. I did not mean to play that. This just look. I'm not saying the match won't be good. I mean, it's too many good to great wrestlers involved in this, and soon to be added, that it can't be a terrible match. I mean, you have to literally go out of your way for this to be a terrible match. But
AJ is going to be added to the face side, and Becky's going to be added to the heel side.
But how we got here is absolutely insane, and it just doesn't say a war. Now, switching over to the men's,
all these guys are
we got Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Well, we already talked about Dolph, and AJ. We talked about AJ making their return to Madison Square Garden and the effect it'll have on Survivor Series. But also the Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar part of this. What impact do y'all think that's gonna have on Survivor Series? There go my boy D Blackerfella, quick to smack a fella. Should have been signed to Rockefeller.
Well, obviously, AJ Lee returning is going to have an effect on Survivor Series because she's going to be the 5th person on the face side. The 5th woman on the face side, which is going to in turn have Becky get involved and be the 5th member of the heel side. So that's what the effect of AJ Lee making her return, other than costing Becky the title.
Now, this is just me, and this might be separate from Survivor Series, but this just speaks to a broader point.
8 people.
I'm at a point where, yeah, our people is there. Our people is in here. This speaks to a more broader point. I think I've reached my limit of Roman Reigns returns. Like, it don't hit worth the fuck for me. It didn't happen so many times to where it's like, oh, okay. Like, Brock is one thing, but Roman Reigns this year alone has returned 17,000 times.
Roman Reigns has returned more times than Cody's defended his title this year. But last night, when they were brawling, when it was 3-on-3, I told my wife, I said, Brock's about to come out. I said, and then Roman's coming out after that. And she looked at me and she said, it's really a shame that you know that this is coming. I said, I mean, it's not necessarily that I know it's coming. I mean, Brock Lesnar is a Paul Heyman guy, and Paul Heyman was getting excited when he was telling Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis backstage who his 5th guy was going to be, and they looked at the contract and said, oh, this is going to be fun. I mean, who else can cause that kind of reaction other than Brock Lesnar?
And next week, Raw, And plus, next week, Raw's in Oklahoma City. I got family from Oklahoma City. Shout out to the 405. But Oklahoma City or Madison Square Garden?
Right. No. I like my brother kept telling me, was it my brother or was it Nikki? I can't remember. Somebody said Roman should have returned last week, and I was like, no, they're gonna save that for Madison Square Garden. Because where were they last week? I don't
Wasn't that Buffalo?
No, they
wasn't
weren't.
That Buffalo?
That was SmackDown. That was SmackDown. Raw last week was in some little town. I just can't remember where, but I think it was my brother that kept saying Roman's gonna come out. Roman's gonna. Then I said no. I said they're gonna save that for next week. I said Madison Square Garden. I said I promise you Roman will return at Madison Square Garden.
It was in Boston. It was in
Boston.
No,
okay.
How the fuck I forget that? It was in Boston.
Yeah. I mean yeah, but I mean no. Boston's not a small town, but
it's not. It's not. Yeah. Respect to Boston. Yeah,
that's funny. Not a small town, but you also wanted to kind of make that night about John Cena's last Raw in his hometown.
Where he won the IC belt.
Where he won, yeah. Okay, so you overshadow that if you bring Brock and Roman back that night. Now, don't get me wrong, last night was his last Raw, his last Monday Night Raw, but I don't really feel they made the show so much about him, his last night on Raw, really. I mean, they kept mentioning it, and he had a 6-man tag match, but for the most part, it really didn't feel like that was, if they didn't mention it, would you have known that it was his last Raw? I think what I'm trying to say is they saved the returns for Madison Square Garden,
which is their apex, their mecca. Like their Madison Square Garden is like.
I mean, at one point in time, Vince McMahon used to say, "How the reaction you get at the Garden tells you everything." So
if you can get over in the Garden, you can get over anywhere.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So, no, they were going to save all these returns for Madison Square Garden. There was no way that these returns were going to happen in Boston. No disrespect to Boston at all.
I appreciate that for sure.
That's right. Thanks for sure. All respect to Boston. There's no way those returns were going to happen there. They were going to save it for this week, and they did. They did exactly that. It's not that I know what's going to happen. I mean, if you really pay attention, then you know what's going to happen. Bearded says, "Start watching."
No bullshit.
To be honest, wrestling's gotten so damn predictable that it's really easy to tell what's going to happen next. And I miss the days where it wasn't so predictable.
Yeah, it's predictable to the point they try to get too cute. And they try to work the fans.
But with social media and all that, there ain't no surprises in wrestling anymore.
And y'all know what's going on now. Badass Gunther puts Javon Evans to sleep to advance, and the last time is now tournament. Now, what do y'all think about the showing of Javon Evans last night?
I personally think that even though he won the match, I still think Gunther put Javon over.
Yeah, sometimes it's not like, I remember when Booker T said this, and it's funny because the match when he said this, the match he was specifically talking about when he said this was the match with Triple H at WrestleMania 19. And if you know, he's still laying down right there waiting to get pinned. and that was in 2003. But he says it's not about losing; it's the way you lose. I'm like, yeah, brother, you lost kind of weak, like not kind of, very weak.
Nah. No, that gimmick is perfect for Javon. Nah. Uh-uh. There you go.
Okay, look, check this out. Check this out, Bearded. I think I know where you going, brother. But let me just give you let me switch the verbiage a little bit. It's not the character, it's the verbiage. Brother's bouncy. What? What? What the fuck does that even mean? Like, let me say this. When it comes to Javon Evans and the fact that he's 21 years old, he got a lot of developing to do. But I pray to God right here, right now, that they do not treat him the way they treated Shelton Benjamin. Oh my goodness. Shelton Benjamin had the potential to be a breakout star. Now, granted, he was terrible on the microphone, but Javon Evans actually got more charisma and personality than
Shelton Benjamin.
But
absolutely.
But as far as like athleticism and shit like that, we ain't seen this type of athleticism, at least an African American wrestler, since Shelton Benjamin. And just knowing their track record with stuff like this, it don't often be great. Now, I'm not saying he should be a multi-time WWE champion, whatever's whatever. But if Jeffrey Nero Hardy could be the WWE champion, if Jinder Mahal could be the WWE champion, if, with all due respect, if Kofi Kingston can be the WWE champion, very nice, then I don't see why this couldn't happen.
Rey Mysterio was champion as well. So,
well, I was specifically going for the WWE champion when he was only a WWE champion for less than 2 hours. Yeah, and ironically, true. Cena went on and put an end to that. Kofi did. That shit was funny when Triple H said, "Hey, what happened to your accent?"
Yeah, that was. Yeah. Aren't you supposed to be Jamaican?
Yeah. Now, serious. Yeah. It's just the verbiage. It's just the verbiage for me. That's it. Like I think there's multiple ways you could get him to be very descriptive about his athleticism without saying bouncy. It just come off as cheesy and a little weird, actually. And considering he's young, very nice. Considering he's young, you got to be able to make him relatable too. Very nice. You got to be able to make him relatable. And that verbiage, it just don't do it for me. Now, maybe it does it for others, but not me.
I don't really like he's bouncy. No, I don't. What are we fucking talking about? Tigger here? Are we talking about Tigger here?
Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. Very nice.
But
hey, that used to be my show. I ain't go front y'all.
You know, but
for the hearing impaired, he said Tigger, Tigg. Yeah. Let's please clarify that.
Come on now.
Nah, I'm just saying, because we got people. You never know who watches whenever we post this. And we don't need people lying and saying that you said something you didn't say. So
right, I got you. But I'm just like, you know, every time he comes out, he's bouncy.
Yeah. What is him saying it? Like he said it, or maybe, let me be fair. Or maybe that's just out of everything he said, that's what stood out to me, for better or for worse. Right. Right. I'm just saying.
It's really sad. It's really sad that we have to clarify.
But you got to clarify. You have to clarify. That's it. This is the times we live in. Finals of the. Now, let's take a hard right turn. And let's see. What are y'all prediction for the finals of the last time is now tournament? Obviously, we got Gunther on one side. Who do y'all got on the other? I'm not asking you who's gonna win. I'm just asking you who's gonna be in the finals. Who do y'all think is gonna be in the finals? Very nice.
Gunther. I know I said it earlier that he probably
because as of now, hold on SmackDown.
I said earlier he probably wasn't going to win another match, but it's probably going to be LA Knight.
They're gonna choke him out, put him down.
I mean, Rusev, is he even in the?
Yes, indeed.
He's still in. Okay. Rusev and
Jey Uso is still in.
I mean,
I like it, but that's gonna be heel on heel.
That's where you get.
That's gonna be heel on heel.
That's where you get Jimmy's turn. That's where you get Jimmy's turn. He's gonna cost Jay his match in the tournament.
How you figure?
This is something I'm thinking. I mean,
how you figure?
How do I figure? I mean,
I got you. Just let me know. Let us know how you got to that thought process.
I don't know. I just was kind of sitting here. You said Jey Uso was still in it. And I'm like, that's where Jimmy cost Jay the match. That's where Jimmy either turns or costs Jay a match, which causes Jay to turn. It's not going to happen at Survivor Series.
Now, we didn't have so many heel turns lately.
I agree. But Triple H seems to be adding more.
And what would be Jimmy's motivation?
Jealousy.
What would be his motivation of turning on Jay?
Jealousy. Doesn't want him to be like Roman. I mean, there's. I don't know. Maybe
to me,
and
it's just me.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
I am so tired
of the bloodline.
I'm just tired of the bloodline story. Period.
We are. We all are.
Like,
I'm just saying
anything like it's. And
it just
I'm not saying
going that way. It just seems to be going that way. That's all it is. It's not something.
And if we all okay, let me meet you halfway. I'm not saying I wouldn't want the turn. I just don't want the turn in this tournament. It should be done on a grander scale. It should be done in the Royal Rumble or after the Royal Rumble. But I don't necessarily want another Jimmy and Jay match at WrestleMania. Like that's okay. I'm gonna circle back to War Games right quick because it kind of fits in with this. I believe there's gonna, and I hate it. I hate it because I just said we got so many heel turns, but I can see the twins turning on Roman in the cage. We have not had that moment yet. The Freebirds turning on the Von Erichs. We haven't had that moment yet in the cage. That didn't happen in War Games, but you know what I mean when I say that. Last year, not this year.
Well, no,
I don't think bruh sniffing that world championship again.
I don't think so either.
And him turning with them turning on Roman, it kind of, oh fuck, what am I booking here? Like,
I'm trying to figure that out myself.
Okay, let's just take all this back. No turn in the war games. The twins don't turn on Roman. Jay don't turn on Jimmy. Jimmy don't turn on Jay. Roman don't turn on them. This got to, if they're gonna turn, it gotta happen on a grander scale, and a better story had to be told. And Jimmy, damn, that Sam Roberts pitch was amazing.
But just remember, hold on. Just remember now on SmackDown when Jimmy came up and said, I talked to Punk and I'm in. If you look at Jay's reaction, he was not happy about it at all. Like, it was one of those like, man, can I do anything without you?
Well, he did.
I mean, no, I mean, like, I don't know.
Like, I just need that to wrap up, bro, because I feel like they can't do anything outside of that. And WWE got a heavy reliance on the Bloodline story, considering it was the most successful storyline they've had in decades, in years, really since the debut of Kane. If we being 100% honest. So, man. But yeah, finals of the last time is now tournament. I got Gunther on one side, I got LA Knight on the other side, and I got LA Knight getting choked out. That's just the way it's gonna go down, in my opinion. I mean, I don't see Carmelo Hayes is gonna go over Bronson Reed by way of Cody Rhodes. Okay, yeah, it gives Carmelo Hayes a cheap win, but it is what it is as far as he's concerned. And the winner, matter of fact, the winner of the Bronson Reed and Carmelo Hayes match goes on to face Gunther, and you know what's going on there. Choke him out, put him down. Choke him out, put him down. So that means by proxy, LA Knight. Damn, who does he face in the second round? Because we still got Penta and Balor coming up this third Friday.
Penta beats Balor.
And go get Rusev.
Yeah. That actually.
Oh, shit. So we get Sheamus in LA. No, Jey Uso in LA Knight.
Yeah. That's something that's been brewing before all this started.
I can dig it.
Let me ask you something real quick though. So you just said Carmelo Hayes is going to beat Bronson Reed. Mm-hmm. So after Bronson Reed winning the match of his life against Roman Reigns, you're going to turn around and have him lose to Carmelo Hayes, even though it's not clean. You're going to have him lose to Carmelo Hayes
because it's not clean. You didn't beat him clean. I mean, Rusev got kicked in the nuts for weeks.
She did.
And plus, he's not gonna win this tournament.
He's not.
He's not gonna win this tournament.
He's not.
And the rest of the. And didn't we have an LA Knight Bronson Reed match already?
Did we?
I believe we have.
God damn, that looks awesome.
Yeah, September 8th. Yeah, it was September 8th.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know how we're gonna get there. At least as of now, I mean, the division, no pun intended, will be a whole lot clearer after SmackDown this coming week. That way, it's crazy we don't have It's crazy we don't have any brackets out, but it is what it is, I guess. That's just how they gonna rock it like that. Now, I don't have anything to add on anything else because we didn't hit all of our points. Yes, we did. So this is that time of the show where Jesus Christ. This is that time of the show where I present the question of the week. We gotta get a theme song for that, man. We gotta get one.
Yeah.
But
we'll figure something out.
I got something for you.
Damn. Jeez. Man, y'all, I gotta be honest. This damn baked potato my wife just brought into me. That's a work of art.
Is that right?
Fuck yeah. Let's see if I can. Look at that motherfucker.
All right.
That's got brisket, bacon bits, cheese, butter. Yeah.
Butter.
Hell yeah, that butter. All right, what's your question of the week?
And y'all know we're only talking about it in a wrestling context, so I don't need none of his off camera or in real life things to sprinkle into this conversation. Let's keep it strictly within wrestling context, please and thank you. My boy said, "Bring me one." Very nice.
Shit.
Do you got Chris Benoit or Latino Heat? Now, I got my answer. I does. Oh, wait, I took it down. Chris Benoit or Latino Heat? Now, I understand one is not popular. But again, we're not talking about him in personal life. We're not talking about his personal life. We're not talking about his personal life. Now, tell me why you got Eddie. Very nice.
Latino Heat is Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero. I didn't. Chris Benoit. Very nice. Got Eddie.
Well, I mean, nobody. There's a lot of people that can't. I mean, I get it.
I'm just saying. What he done personally does not take away from what he did professionally.
All right. Are we asking?
His character was just better.
Are we asking who had the better career, or what are we asking?
Overall makeup. Oh no, that's Eddie by far. Overall makeup. Now, this is what I'm gonna do.
Did they ever wrestle each other in WWE?
I'm gonna list off. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
I know they had several matches in WCW.
I think One Night Stand 2005, they wrestled each other.
Okay.
It was a tag match, but No Mercy 2002, him and Eddie and Chavo, Edge and Mysterio, and Eddie and Kurt. Now look, I'm taking Chris Benoit. Eddie got him as far as like charisma, but in ring ability, I think Benoit was better. He was more fluid. He was more technically sound. That's not to say Eddie couldn't wrestle, but when you think about Eddie, there's two different versions to Eddie. There's Eddie pre-WWE, or really pre-2002, and then there's Eddie after 2002. There's Eddie from 1995 to 2001 when he got fired, to 2002 up until 2005. Damn, there's only 3 years. Fuck. Up until the point he died. But Benoit, there's not an Eddie match, and I dare you, I double dog, triple dog dare you to find any Eddie match, including Rey Mysterio, Halloween Havoc 1997. I dare you to find a better match than Benoit and Kurt, Royal Rumble 2003. I dare you. I'm going to riddle off some Chris Benoit matches right quick. Chris Benoit, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Chris Jericho, King of the Ring 2001. Chris Benoit, Booker T, WCW, Best of 7, television. Was that the television title? I think that was the television title, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my God, yes.
John Cena versus Chris Benoit for the United States Championship. Now Benoit, not Benoit. I know Cena and Booker T had that best of 7, but Benoit. I mean, come on, y'all know where this finna go. Benoit, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, WrestleMania 20.
Mm-hmm.
Benoit, Jericho, Royal Rumble 2001. Benoit, Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 17. Benoit, Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho. I think that was the best 2 out of 3 with the Euro Continental Championship on the line. It's a lot out there. Now, that's not to say that Eddie didn't have good to great matches. Him and Edge in the ladders. Like the aforementioned match, but that had Benoit in it also.
Him and Brock.
I don't think that was a good match. I think that match is more memorable for Goldberg coming in and spearing Brock Lesnar more so than Eddie. Now, the promo leading up to that, best one of that man's life.
Absolutely.
Best promo of his life. For sure. I mean, Bret Hart. Chris Benoit, Mayhem, WCW Mayhem 1999. The Owen Hart tribute match. Yes. Now I'm taking Benoit, y'all. I'm sorry. I know that's controversial as fuck. Y'all know I don't shy away from controversy. It is what it is. But Benoit, yeah, by far.
Yeah. No, I can kind of agree with you on that.
See, the thing about Benoit and Eddie, Benoit didn't have a character. It wasn't a character. It's just an overly aggressive motherfucker that's technically sound. That might be the wrong type of words to put together, overly aggressive. But
very.
Yeah. And the other was just a charismatic third generation wrestler. Damn, that sounds bad to say that about Eddie. That sounds like I'm disrespecting the man, but I'm not. Fair. Like, yeah, I've never shied away from that. I don't know how RVD and Jeff Hardy got in here, but that was a damn good match at Invasion. Very nice.
Even saying dead on is not exactly correct.
Oh my god, so many bad puns.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I got one for y'all. Ooh, I might. Now I'm just spitballing questions. Nah, I just generally want to know.
I mean,
I can talk.
We should be able to separate him and outside, but some people actually can't.
And I understand.
I mean, God, I'm about to open up a can of worms with this one. There are some people that hate Chris Benoit for what he did outside the ring. There's some people that love Chris Benoit for what he did in the ring, but hate him for what he did outside the ring. There's some people that think that Chris Benoit didn't do it at all. And, you know, there's some people that only focus on what he did in the ring because they didn't know him personally. What he did is, okay, what he did was very horrible. Okay. What he did is very horrible. God, this is hard.
I tried to move on.
I know. You know what?
This is a slippery slope. That's why I said just leave it within wrestling context.
Let me just cut it there. People have their opinion about Chris Benoit. People have their opinion about Chris Benoit. They always will. Yeah, let's just.
But to just not talk about the man's profession is crazy because it sucks for Kurt Angle. Innocent people that was matched up with him that they can't tell some of the best matches of their career. Like Jericho could never talk about that ladder match he did with Benoit, the Royal Rumble, which I think is one of the best Royal Rumble matches of Rumble ladder matches in company history. Matter of fucking fact. Great question. Very nice. Great question. But I'm gonna say that for next week. Remember, I brought that up. Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. I don't have anything for it. Mental health is real. Yes, it is. I'm in no position to diagnose somebody. I'm not a professional.
Let's just move on.
Best matches I've seen. Best match I've ever seen. Are you saying in person? Because I've never been to a wrestling event, so I'll have to sit that question out. But if you're talking about just seen, period, I'll give you 4. Kurt, Brock, Iron Man match, SmackDown, which is the best SmackDown match ever. Triple H, Benoit, funny. Triple H, Benoit, Shawn Michaels. That's the greatest WrestleMania ending ever. I mean, I'm at 2. Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, WrestleMania 25. And last but not least, Stone Cold, Bret Hart, WrestleMania 13. That's 4. That's the 4 I could give you.
But let's rewind for a second.
I'm listening.
Did you just say that you have never in your life been to a wrestling event?
Never. Never.
You kidding me?
Never been to a football game, NFL game, that is. Yeah.
Okay.
The way these tickets is, I ain't never going.
Well,
I'll watch it, right? Hey, I'd rather be disappointed. I'd rather be disappointed for for my monthly cable subscription versus paying hundreds of thousands of dollars. Did you know the cheapest ticket in Madison Square Garden last night was $180? The cheapest ticket. Damn. Oh yeah, that's D Black. I'm thinking of somebody. That was somebody else. I'm about to say, damn, Beater, you was at WrestleMania 17. But nah, D Black. My boy been around the block. Yeah. But nah, that's my 4. What are some of y'all's?
Let's see. Triple H's first ever world championship win will always be up here with me. Let's see. John Cena versus Randy Orton, TLC 13. I think it was December of 2013. Unification match, ladder match, if I remember correctly. That was a really good match to see in person. Bearded? Saw Sting and Flair?
From Chicago, brother. Was around this time.
Okay. Let's see. Royal Rumble 1989. I was there. That was at the Summit. Royal Rumble 96, if I remember correctly, it was in San Antonio. It was either 96 or 95.
97. That was 97.
97? Shit, okay, never mind.
Yeah, main event was Shawn Michaels and Sid, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, okay. Of course, Shawn Michaels will be in the main event at San Antonio. Let's see. I'm trying to think of another one. God, I've been to so many wrestling events. I mean, back in the day, me and my friends used to go from Houston to Dallas to Austin to San Antonio. We used to just go, man, because tickets were so cheap back then. So you'd have Raw in Houston, and then you'd have a house show in here, and the here and here, and then you'd have SmackDown over here, but they were all in Texas. Let's see. One of the better moments I can remember was the impromptu Hell in a Cell. You had Austin and Taker versus Kane and Mankind, if I remember correctly. And the show went off the air with Austin and Kane fighting at the top of the cage. If I remember, that was in Austin, if I remember correctly. That was a good one, actually. Yeah, it was Austin and Taker, because Taker ended up getting Paul Bearer in the cage with everybody else locked out, and he started just hitting him with the ring steps and busted him open. That was a good one. Oh God, Brock Lesnar versus the Iron Man match. Oh shit!
Yeah. Yes, indeed, greatest match in SmackDown history.
Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker, WrestleMania 25. That one was so good. Yeah. Okay.
What I got?
Yeah. I mean, there's so many matches over the years, man. I mean,
yes, indeed. That was a good question. Best matches.
That was a good question, actually. Controversial, but definitely a good question.
What?
Oh.
And this is that time of the show that we would like to open that up to the fans, even though Beardy got it started. Man, somebody hit 25. Come on now. Brother, I subscribe to your channel. I've been on your show. Now, I ain't saying you old as hell because you ain't. But you ain't no young whippersnapper now. That's funny.
Sting and Flair's first match, that Clash of Champions, that was really that was really good.
Hey, brother, you gotta watch for that barbershop window.
One
Nah,
of the best heel turns ever.
Okay, I got a question. I do got a question.
Sure. Don't sit here and eat. It's fucking potato.
And this is for the chat.
All right.
I hear you. We almost done. You can go enjoy your potato in peace, and I can finish the rest of my Rob Van Dam action. Yeah. What? Hold on.
Can't do that. Can't do that on stream.
I mean, I can, but nah. Keep it as classy as possible.
You really don't want that. I mean, I've already kind of.
Oh wow! What the fuck? Okay, here we go, y'all. Very nice.
That was a good one.
I'll fix it. All right, bet. Okay. What do you think is missing from professional wrestling today? What do you think is missing?
Creativity, for one.
Okay. Creativity.
I mean, just about every storyline we see, that's another good one. Just about every storyline we've seen has probably, yeah. Yeah.
You smear shit.
Exactly.
All over the bed.
Just about every storyline that we have seen has happened somewhere in the past in just another form. I don't think.
And this go back years.
I don't think there's an original idea anymore at all.
The NWO was not an original WCW conceived thought. That came from New Japan.
New Japan. Yep. Eric Bischoff got it. Got the idea from New Japan.
It's crazy. I see a lot. Is West gone? West still up here?
Nah,
West, we need your. We need your answers. Y'all, hold on. I just seen something. All right, now D Black, I know you still in here. What you got? What is? Let me put the question back up here.
Creativity for sure. Better storylines, but the only problem with better storylines is there's no original ideas anymore. WWE has War Games that they do, Survivor Series. AEW has their own version they call Blood and Guts, which Blood and Guts is how War Games used to be back in WCW, where everybody ended the match with a crimson mask, pretty much. He's still here.
Why you here? Tell us what you think is missing in professional wrestling today. Go ahead, John.
So like there's no original ideas anymore. None.
I'm waiting on two people to give me an answer. D Black and whenever West type here is out. And I got mine. And shockingly, none of y'all have said it yet. And when I say this, you're gonna be like, for sure.
We missing creativity, that's for sure.
Nah, facts.
Creativity is like the number one thing missing in professional wrestling these days. Shock value.
Nah, WWE
There's no more surprises. There's no more surprises.
All right.
My wife said kayfabe, but kayfabe died a long ass time ago.
Okay, y'all ready for my answer?
Sure.
The art of selling. Nobody sells no more.
Yeah, it's true. Not like they used to.
Right. That's why when you get your Mustafa Ali's, your Dolph Ziggler's, your X-Pacs back in the day, but Randy Orton is actually a pretty good seller.
Mm-hmm.
Like the art of selling, deep selling offense is lost today. Actually, Lyra is a good seller too, and EO Sky, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Like we see so many things. Like, okay, drove me fucking crazy. I remember like how revered at one point, at least, the fucking stunner, RKOs, or the cutters, all these other whatnots, right? Nowadays, it's just a setup move.
Yep.
DDT used to be Jake the Snake's finish, and now the DDT is a glorified setup move. Yep. But I love. Man, hold on. Hold on. I love his Yep. Check this out. Oh, I hope this is it. I'm gonna play this motherfucker.
You have 20, you have fucking wrestlers that kick out of 10 finishers a match now.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna pull this up.
How do you feel about the DDT being switched from a finishing maneuver to a transitional move? What will it take to bring it back to a finisher?
For one guy to start using it as a finisher, because it's just waiting. Use it as a transition thing. It does not bother me a bit because every time you do it, people go, wow, that's Jake the Snake's finisher. So they're still thinking of me, which brings them to Comic-Con and stuff, And the second thing is, Jake must be a bad son because when he did it, nobody got up.
Nobody got up. How do you feel about
I think there was only one person.
I love that.
I think there was only one person in
I love that.
That ever got up from the DDT, and that was The Undertaker. And that was at WrestleMania 8. Whatever fucking WrestleMania he wrestled Jake. I think Jake hit a DDT on him. I think Jake hit a DDT on him, and then he just sat up, if I remember correctly. But that was the only time I ever remember anybody ever kicking out of DDT or no selling it.
Huh. So that boy Jake must be a bad. Yeah, that was, no, WrestleMania 8. You right on the money. Niggas say, too. That boy say, hey, that boy Jake must be a bad son of a bitch. Why you say that?
Yep.
Shit, nobody ever got up. No, facts. All right.
But I mean, Cody uses the stunner now.
Kevin Owens did.
Kevin Owens used it. I mean,
oh no, the super kick been bastardized, brother.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that and the spear. I mean,
somebody finisher was the top rope suplex. Can't think of who that was. It's funny. Nah, it's funny. As much shit as people give Johnny Ace, he was the first one to do the cutter. He the one that made the cutter famous in the United States, in North America.
Hey, let's not forget about the most devastating finishing move in the history of wrestling, the motherfucking leg drop.
1 second.
Lex Luthor. I still to this day don't know how the hell you can knock somebody out by dropping a leg on them.
Now, what move was that again?
The leg drop.
I dare you. I dare you. I dare you.
That's just the power of Hulkamania, brother.
Get that terrible ass move up out of here. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. One of the dumbest moves in I'm about to say in NFL. One of the dumbest moves in wrestling history is the fucking people's elbow. How the fuck did anybody lay down to that shit? Like I get it. It's a theatrics that goes with it, but that bullshit leg drop, dog, that shit was shitty. Was that okay? Hey, my
yeah, man, I like that. Yeah.
Okay, fine. All right. Well, we got us a wardrobe change. So look, check me out. Was it beautiful Bobby Eaton finisher's move with the top rope leg drop?
Might have been.
I know I ain't tripping.
It could be.
Y'all hear me out. That's y'all era. Let me know. Yeah, what was this man's finisher? Yeah, the Alabama Jam. That's right. A diamond leg drop. I knew I wasn't tripping.
Uh-huh.
Nah, okay, no. In all seriousness, and Stan Lane probably got the best basic finisher ever. I know, and Bradshaw took a variation of it and called it the clothesline from hell. I'm not gonna lie, when that boy JBL used to lay that bitch in, it used to be bad. Now, I think the greatest clothesline from hell ever was Shane McMahon, SummerSlam 2001. 2001. Yeah, 2001. And the Rock and Booker T's match for the WCW Championship, which sounds very nasty saying that out loud. Mm-hmm. But nevertheless, the way that boy Shane bent that corner and Bradshaw met his ass, man, I can't play it because it's going to be a copyright. But hey, bro.
I think Shane did like 3 flips on that.
Man, nah, he didn't do none. That man hit that flow.
Oh, that's how he hit it. Yeah.
He woke up to me looking like this. Hey. Hey, man. Here comes the money. Money talks.
Yeah.
Money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Barry Windham had a clothesline as well. Ronnie Garvin had a knockout punch.
The dumbest move in wrestling history is the atomic drop. Let's just go and get that out there.
Barry Windham also had the claw.
How do you sell that? How do you sell the claw?
I remember at one point in time, Barry Windham used to wear this glove, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, he put it on Dusty Rhodes, and while he had it on Dusty Rhodes, all of a sudden Dusty just started bleeding out. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of finishes over the years.
What about the perfect plex, man? How dare y'all not say anything about the perfect plex?
Just the fisherman suplex. I mean,
hey, man, if that goddamn leg drop can get some love, yeah,
that's true. There's only one person that I ever remember kicking out of the perfect plex, and that was Bret Hart. Yeah, X Factor. Yeah, that that was the SummerSlam 91. Was it SummerSlam 91?
I know the person to end Mr. Perfect's win streak, because he came into the E undefeated.
It was Bret Hart.
Oh no, sir, it was not.
It was not?
No, sir, it was not.
When he was Intercontinental Champion for a long time, Bret's the one that beat him.
When Mr. Perfect first debuted as Mr. Perfect, he went on a win streak, and there was a particular somebody that ended his win streak. And it wasn't Bret Hart. His first pinfall loss. Let me be more specific. His first loss and his first pinfall loss is two different people.
Well,
come on, y'all. This y'all era. I wasn't alive around these things. Around this time. No bullshit.
Bret tapped him out. Ultimate Warrior had two finishers, I guess you could say.
That's who gave Mr. Perfect his first loss. Not pinfall loss, but his first loss was the Dingo Warrior.
Oh yeah, Dingo fucking Warrior.
But who gave him his first pinfall loss is the question.
First pinfall loss? Shit.
First pinfall loss.
Like I said, Bret tapped him out.
You ready? And this is the matter of fact, it's crazy because you listened to this podcast and you heard this man refer to him the same way every time you say his name. And this is what brought him to that when he started doing that. It was Brutus, the fucking Barber Beefcake. That's when Conrad started saying that. He was like, y'all had Brutus, the fucking Barber Beefcake, give Mr. Perfect his first loss.
That's right. I do remember that now.
And ever since then, he's just been Bruce, the fucking Barber Beefcake.
Yep.
Yo, that's wicked. Hey, boy, look, listen. I'm not saying that Papa H, Triple H, Paul Michael Levesque is the worst booker of all time. Because when Vince, look. Hey, and Beardy, you'll respect this. Vince is like a field goal kicker. Hey, sometimes, when he hit that motherfucker, he hitting that bit right down the middle. I'm talking about with room to spare, and it looks good. But there are times when that field goal goes wide left, wide right, And there are times when that field goal don't even make it to the end zone. I got one more question for y'all, and I'm out of here, y'all. I gotta go eat. I still ain't took a, they ain't try business. Oh,
Rob Van Dam.
Which gimmick had more racial overtones? Yep, we going there.
No, fuck. Yeah, Great Khali's finisher was kind of done too.
Shit.
Oh,
the Mexicans or Crime Time? Which way y'all going with it? And this is matter of fact, this is a perfect example of Vince McMahon going wide right, wide left, or not even hitting the end zone. And you can bet your bottom dollar, if he was still writing TV today, there'll be somebody on TV looking just like me doing this. Javon Evans will be wearing this. Yeah. The Mexicans or Crime Time?
I'm gonna go with Crime Time.
Please explain.
I'd rather not.
Well,
I'd rather not, just because I think it kind of explains itself.
All I'm gonna say is this: yo, 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 pop a 40 and check your rolling. It is Crime Time.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Dog. I will never forget. Like, I will never forget the moment I was watching SmackDown, and them people came out on a John Deere lawnmower, calling it a Juan Deere. I'm like, bro, come on, Vince. This is psychosis. This is Juventud Guerrero.
Let's not forget about.
This is super crazy.
Let's not forget about Kerwin White now.
If it ain't white, it ain't right.
Sabo Guerrero.
Dog. And then just like what's funny, maybe I shouldn't say it's funny. What's sad is it took Eddie Guerrero's death for them to drop that gimmick. Damn. Speaking of which, man, it's been 20 years. Yeah. This week made 20 years. This past week made 20 years.
Yep.
Wow. I ain't gonna lie. 11-year-old, how old was I? 12? 12-year-old me seeing Batista cry like that. That's different.
Pretty much, yeah.
All about that money. Yeah. Hey, boy. I ain't gonna lie. One of the funniest Crime Time skits was when they gave them tickets to DX, boy. This boy Shawn Michaels say, "I speak jive." You what?
Yeah. He said, "We're trying to get down to the we're trying to get down into the heezy.
We need a deuce down low." I'm like, bro, we don't even talk like that.
And then Triple H at the very end, sizzle.
I think it's like, hey, HBCs, they them TVs come at a high price. We need to see the greenbacks. It's like, bam! Oh shit! Yo, I can't lie. That was pretty funny.
That was the night that Coach put a bounty on DX, and they end up stealing the money from him.
Come on, man.
He goes, wait, he goes, you put a $10,000 bounty on us? He goes, that's right. He goes, you cheap bastard.
But Crime Time, That's out of line, bro. That's worse. That's cannot forget Hakeem, the African Dream. All I'm gonna say is Roddy Piper, Bad News Brown, WrestleMania.
Half and half.
Half and half. Legend has it that Mr. Fuji played a rib on him and switched out the paint. He was like that for days, weeks. Well, Mr. Fuji used to rib hard. Pause. But
Akeem, that was so bad. They murdered the one man gang.
They had the Nation of Domination, which is obviously a play off of the Nation of Islam, and you had Crush in there.
Yeah.
You had Owen Hart in there.
Yeah.
You had PG-13, which I still think is the greatest rendition of that theme song. You had PG-13, Wolfie D and JC Ice. You had rapping white boy. Professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling.
I'm going to leave y'all with this one. If you want to see some real racial overtones, Colonel Robert Parker, WCW, the Ebony Experience, before they became the Harlem Heat. That's all I'm going to say. Booker T and Triple H, WrestleMania 19. People like you don't become world champions.
Oh God. I'm trying to think of another one. What was it? WCW, was it Kurt Hennig and the West Texas Rednecks? I
versus
hate
the
rap.
No Limit Soldiers. Rap is crap.
Rap is crap.
Which they actually
GI Bro. Oh my God, I forgot about that one. GI Bro.
Yeah. The full-blooded Italians.
Oh God. Yeah, FBI. Oh God.
The world's largest love machine.
There's seriously
That's a problem.
Used to be like shit that we're talking about right now, they couldn't even think about doing today.
Get yanked off the air.
They would get yanked off of this. They
sponsors will,
yeah.
Sponsors will pull out. Sponsors will pull out fast, but we don't want our sponsors to pull out fast. So you are definitely locked into your 2 favorite heels, at times 4 favorite heels, shooting the shit
with you.
Like we like to do every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, as you see at the bottom of the ticker. Yeah. Shouts out to our boy Monkey Man over there on YouTube, TMB with Monkey Man. Every day, my boy is posting some type of content. Just let them know that your vote, 1 of your vote, or if not 2 of your vote, if not 3 of your vote. Matter of fact, 4 of the 4 favorite heels sent you that way. Shouts out to our boy Bearded, man. He been in here with us all night long because them goddamn Bears winning. That's what it is. No bush. Make sure y'all go tap in with my boy Bearded Conversations over there on YouTube and tell him that but he can't. Well, I guess he did send you 4 of your favorite 4 heels has sent you there. Shouts out to our boy For Show over there, For Show TV. Let me take this down. Hold on, quick. Over there For Show. God damn it. You fucking up my promotional ads. All right. Over there For Show TV at For Show TV 766. My boy out of that South Bend, ND. Fuck you saying. Make sure y'all go give my boy a look, a like, a share, and a subscribe. Shouts out to our boy Tiger Mike on Twitch at Tiger Mike 84. Streaming on the weekends. MLB The Show. Yeah. And just tell them that your favorite heels has sent you that way. Well, y'all.
Yeah.
We just squoze 2 hours and 25 minutes out of this. I'm dead tired. By the time I got home from work, I only had time to RVD half of it. I 2.5 star frog splash. The game mini.
Frog splash, damn.
Yeah, I tadpole splashed. Yeah. As soon as we get off the air, I gotta go finish the rest of getting put over. Yeah. Yeah, man. Don't y'all. We are committed over here. Got fresh out for work and came straight to the plotting the show together. And we squeezed 2.5 hours out. We hit our guidelines. We always try to give y'all at least 2 hours. I feel like week after week, there's no way we're that tired to where we can't give you at least 2 hours.
Nah,
I don't think we ever did a show under 2 hours.
It's twitch.tv, not twitch.com.
Yeah, twitch.tv, Bearded. We got to get a link for that.
I'll get you one. I'll get you.
If you send it to me, I'll send it to Bearded, and we'll get that nice and posted up.
I will. Yeah. I mean, most of the time, he would have to be streaming for us to get a link, but yeah. I mean, shit, we covered just about everything we possibly could in this show. Even some ridiculousness. But hey, that's what we like to do on this show, though. We
Man,
we definitely don't like to be predictable. I'll tell you that.
Nah, man. Hey, this was just on the fly. Like I didn't even know that this was gonna happen until you. Man, bro, like that shit still running me hot.
We had a new gimmick born.
Yeah. The new Jack. This is the new Jack right here. Yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, this is how I'm going off the air. Look here. If they beat Stephanie like that, I ain't bullshitting. I'm on my way. Y'all think that match at WrestleMania 12 was over with fast between him and Warrior? Hey, that match with me and him. Hey, what Pillman said when Pillman beat Stone Cold? Yeah. If you know, you know. When Pillman put his numbers together, it didn't read 316, if you know what I mean. Fucking saying.
No.
But would that be what? You don't remember the segment?
Of course I remember.
Oh, okay. I was making sure because we can't say that.
I remember.
Yeah. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's make sure we put that disclaimer out there.
One of the most controversial segments ever on Monday Night Raw on the USA Network.
Yep. Let's just say Brian Pillman, may he rest in peace. He put some numbers together, and let's just say it didn't read 316. That's all I'm saying.
It read 9mm.
I have no idea what the MM stood for. But with that being said, this is your two favorite heels coming to you like we like to do every fucking Tuesday. And then it goes a little bit something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, STS proudly brings to you is Tag Team Champions of the World. I am not the Road Dog Jesse James. He is not the badass Billy Gunn. And we are not the New Age Outlaws. And if you are not down with that, we got 2 words for you right there. Now, as far as my sports shows goes, I'm bringing that back. I know it's been a little off and on, but we got a little bit of stability. So, and I got to talk about us firing our coach. Of course, I got to talk about that. And yeah, we're trying to strive to stay on Tuesdays. Now, if we can't get me on, we'll get Wes in here, and it'll be Wes and John, and I'll try to join from the audience according to whatever I got going on. And one of these days we're gonna get Bearded to come up here. Probably next week. Matter of fact, I got one. Yeah. Hey, you can come up after Survivor Series. That Tuesday after Survivor Series, man. We got to get you up here on the channel. So we can get your thoughts on it and whatnot, what have you. I think that'll be a very interesting show. We definitely got a lot to talk about on that front. And with basketball season taking off, for sure, we're gonna talk about them Houston Rockets. But yeah, make sure y'all tune in Tuesday after Survivor Series. It'll be the debut of my boy Bearded Conversations here on the program. Very fucking nice. And your boys will be locked back in on Tuesday, coming to you live, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. And make sure y'all tap in with us. But with that being said, we out. Peace.